breathe it, sing it, believe it, seek it, trust it, listen for it, live it. By the way, everybody, this is Rev Ann. She's the Associate Minister of SpiritsHome, and she is up in Alaska. So bless her for being so early. Well, it's not super early, but welcome to SpiritsHome, our inaugural gathering. I am far away from my Wi-Fi center, so if there is instability, just stick with us. If I freeze, just keep listening. If there's any other glitches, please put it in the chat or get to Anne directly. Once the roller coaster starts going down the hill, I can't check anything. So I think that's it. Here we go. So, we're going to open with a prayer, an opening song. It is a Jewish prayer called the Shehechianu, and it's a prayer for any time, and it's something I say all the time, and I'm going to sing it for you. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh.
Just breathing in this now moment. Recognizing that one power, one spirit, one love that is in, through, and as each one of us here today. Knowing that we are in the perfect place. That everything that led up to this moment, we can just let go and just be here now. Knowing that the message, the music, the technology is all unfolding in perfection. That we are blessed by this community, blessed by Reverend Rachel, blessed by our togetherness, knowing that the love that we share goes out into the world. And we can just rest in that and have gratitude for that. And so grateful for this gathering, grateful for each and every person here today. I simply release it to the law that says yes. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. We're going to jump right in with a story from Rumi, the great Persian poet and mystic. In a certain city, it was the tradition for men to have tattoos. And one day, a young man went to his barber to get his first tattoo. "Make it a lion, a great, brave, heroic lion," he ordered. "Put it on my shoulder blade so that I will have this lion at my back all the time." The barber got out his needles and inks and began, but the man was soon howling in pain. "What part is that you're drawing?" "The tail," answered the barber. "Well, never mind the tail," the man said in a shaky voice. "I don't need the tail." The barber resumed, but soon enough the man was howling again. "What part is that?" "The belly," said the tattoo artist. "Well, leave that part off. Just do the important part," the man wailed. As you might guess, the man was soon screaming once more. "Now what part is that?" "The ear, sir," said the barber. "I don't need the ear." The master lion maker stands for a long time with his fingers in his teeth. Finally, he throws the needle down, saying, "No one has ever been asked to do such a thing, to create a lion without a tail or a head or a stomach." I just heard this story last week, and it's really been sticking with me, like poking at me. Because, like you, I hope, the story made me laugh. I thought, well, how silly. Especially as someone with quite a few tattoos, I found the story very funny. I mean, tattoos do hurt. That's part of the whole process. It's just like life. Aha. That's where the story goes from being funny to being a moment of pointing at myself in the mirror and saying, who exactly are you laughing at here? How often do we, or I, in moments of pain or struggle or frustration, like when I'm driving in my car, do we, or I, lash out and think, why can't this part just be easier? My recurring mantra when I'm untangling a shoelace or trying to fit something into a bag is, nothing needs to be this hard. Truly, I say it a lot. That is why the story had such an impact on me. The idea of wanting something, like the lion tattoo, and not wanting to accept what comes with getting that thing. Rumi goes on with his story. Brother, stand the pain. Escape the poison of your impulses. The sky will bow to your beauty if you do. Learn to light the candle. Easier said than done sometimes, especially during these times. How do we stand the pain and learn to light our own candle? I believe that we have to learn to light our own candle before we can light anyone else's. And how do we do that? Okay, I will never pretend to have all the answers to all the questions, mostly because I wrestle with these questions pretty much on a daily basis, sometimes on a moment-to-moment basis. I have some ideas, though, and I'm going to share those with you. So first, sorry, little technical moment there. First is music. I have several playlists in my phone that come in handy on any given day, and one of them is called A Good Cry. This playlist has some truly beautiful music on it, songs with lyrics that cut right to my heart, and some wordless music that can transport me to a place outside of the moment I'm in. And as the title of the playlist clarifies, every one of those songs can bring the tears, like the big time tears. And it's healthy, at least for me, it's healthy, because I am someone who can compartmentalize like an Olympic sport. And I will often quash the tears that are wanting to come out because I have other things to do. So at times I gift myself a really good cry, like a good solid cry, a soul-shaking, lung-busting, snot-producing, wailing soul cry fest. And then I follow that up with some serious hydration. Hydration will be a theme. It's recurring. Several other playlists are for driving, for working, for writing, for sleeping, for dancing at home alone or dancing with others, for dreaming about possible future moments, or for people who I miss. Even Maddie, has her own playlist. Music heals. There's no question about that. So I use it to navigate the painful times. And I invite you to use it to relight your candle and to keep it lit, even if it's just a little light. Look for the helpers and be a helper. In these days, it is essential to follow the guidance of Mr. Rogers. He says, as it is on the slide, "When I was a boy, I would see scary things in the news. My mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping.'" This is so true more than ever right now. Along with everything in life, we need to balance participation and protection. Self-care is essential right now. Still, at the same time, we need to be aware of what's going on. So to help with that and to not get sucked into the vortex of negativity, keep looking for the helpers because they're there. And when you're able to, then be a helper in your own way. Not all of us were designed for protests and marches. Some of us were designed for letter writing or phone calling. Some of us were designed for one-on-one conversations that might open a previously closed mind. Find your way of helping and then help. And remember, we can't give water from an empty bucket. So yes, hydrate and refill yourself in whatever way works for you. For me, I sometimes find that helping is a self-fulfilling activity. When I help, my bucket gets refilled. And then there are also times when I need to be aware that I'm running low. So again, it's all about the balance. This next one is a little tough. Talk with someone. As someone who spends a lot of time alone by choice, I'm going to disclose that right now I'm preaching to the pastor on this one. Reach out, talk with a friend, a family member, a partner, the clergy of your choice, your animal companion. When we are feeling lost and in pain in the dark, it's so easy to shut the cave door and sit in all of those feelings and think that there's no way out. Now more than ever, however we are able, it is time to not do that. Here comes a controversial statement. Social media, to an extent, can be helpful with this. I know. Social media can be a landmine. Minefield. A landmine field. And like with all tools, it's in how we use it. The key is how we use it. How we choose to engage on social media can, again, look different for all of us. My friend Paula is masterful at this. She can post a political rant or a really hot piece of news and then post photos from her magical garden or her majestic dogs. Use social media your way. Send someone a note or post on their page that you miss them and that you'd love to catch up. Just reach out in any way. Connect with someone. Able to meet and show your. You could also meet up for a cup of tea and not talk at all. Just sit and sip together. See how I wove hydration in there? My mother taught me well about hydration. Thank you, Mom. And if all this is just simply too much, which again, I can relate to that feeling, talk with someone who's no longer on the planet. I often take time to talk with the folks in my protector area. That's the photo on the right side of the slide. It's the corner of my living room where all the people who are no longer sharing this lifetime with me, that's where they all live. I believe that all those we have lost are listening when we call out to them. so it works for me. If that's not something you believe, then just try talking out loud to a plant or to yourself. Speaking the words out loud really does help. Then they're no longer taking up residence inside your head, echoing without ceasing, because that can be the worst. Related to this idea is writing. I love to write. And surprisingly, I actively avoid writing. It's a bit like exercise for me. My experience is that if I can't give it all of my time, I wrestle with giving it any time. It's kind of like when I swim. I like to swim for an hour. If I'm going to swim for anything less than an hour, it feels like a waste of time to change my clothes and get all wet. So similarly, if I don't have hours ahead of me to write, I usually won't. And then when I do have hours ahead of me to write, I tend to avoid it and take a nap. However, when I do write, there's always some gift that I receive from it. Some insight or aha or, oh dear, Rev Rachel, look at that kind of discovery. If you are moving through pain, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever, and I want to stress that I said moving through it, take some time to write. Even just taking up a pen and writing, I hate this is dumb, I don't know what to write, Rev Rachel doesn't know anything, all of that's just great. Keep the pen moving. All of the best teachers of writing say this. Natalie Goldberg, Annie Lamott, Julia Cameron, all of them say, just get the pen to paper, keep it moving. Journaling, letter writing, list making, I'm really super fond of lists. Whatever it is, writing is a helpful tool for, again, getting the inside noise out. And if you feel so inclined, share your writing with another person. You never know who might be feeling something similar and will find your words to be just the thing that they needed at that precise moment. Hold. In the spirit of sharing writing and in the tattoo story, I'm going to do something brave with all of you. I'm going to share a poem that I wrote several years ago. I am not a poet, not like my friend Cheryl, who is a brilliant poet. However, in my lifetime, I've written a handful of poems that I think measure up. Sharing them with the world, though, has never been a thing for me. Today is the day. This is a poem called Tattoo. With the first touch, there is a pain that is both pleasurable and terrifying. A change is taking place. I will be transformed, and it is completely my choice. Others may never know this sensation. They simply choose not to take this risk, but I am doing it because I know the final product will be magnificent. As the outline is forming, I wonder about the design I've chosen to represent myself. I know it is too late now to turn back on this journey, and thoughts about how others will perceive this change start to enter in. Should my design reflect the truth, or would that be too much for some familiar eyes? Will others see my design the same way I intended it to be seen? Will they see me the same way I see me? The work seems almost finished, and yet I know that can never really be true. There is no end to this design, this life, this path. It will be an ongoing, artistic, emotional scarification that will be constantly changing. It is exciting. It is scary. It is terribly wonderful. It is terrifically painful. And it is all mine, made up of my choosing, my choices. I can stop at any time, but why would I want to? The diamond comes out of the coal, the moth comes out of the cocoon, and I will emerge transformed from the dark. The last helpful tip is quite possibly the most useful. Act as if. In other words, AA words actually, fake it till you make it. And in still other words gifted to me by my friend Sharon, start as you mean to go. Sherry. Sorry, Sharon. It was Sherry. Start as you mean to go. We all have things that we want that will help us live happier, more fulfilled lives. Relationships, dream careers, recording studio time, new tattoos. And in this moment, we might not have them, or the means, energy, ability, or openness to receive them. So we start from right where we are. We hold the vision for whatever that dream or goal is, and then live as if it is achievable, staying grateful for being right where we are now. In the dark, in the pain, in the whatever. Grateful for all of it. That is the biggest lesson I have learned in my lifetime. This life is a journey, a pilgrimage, a camino. Some days our backpacks will feel light and the sky will be a clear blue and there'll be a gentle breeze. And some days the backpack will feel like we're carrying rocks. That's mostly my backpack, probably. And it's stormy and rainy and cold. The key is to not get stuck in any particular moment. The lion's tail, the tattoo's needle, the impatience, the loneliness, the pain, the darkness, the joy, the discovery, the change, and of course the unknown, especially that one. Convert that unknown into mystery with a big M, capital M, mystery, and then lean into it. Hold on to your vision. Light your candle. Breathe. Dance. Find balance. Hydrate. Stick around. And start as you mean to go. You start in the woods, trees everywhere. From somewhere comes a vision, and you'll be living there. How do you see it? How do you know? Follow your vision, start as you mean to go. We woke at 4:30 in the car in our groove. Snacks and tea, my buddy and me. Across the country we would move. How did we see it? How did we know? We followed our vision, start as you mean to go. The stone drops into the pond. It thinks its work is done. The stone is just the start. Of a journey that's now begun. See it, breathe it, sing it, believe it, seek it, trust it, listen for it, live it. starting over again in a whole new way. Never alone, always so grateful. New doors are opening every day. How will I see them? How will I know? I'll follow my vision. I'll start as I mean to go. Yes, I'll follow my vision. Start as I mean to go. Follow my vision. So let's just take a moment. Breathing in everything we heard, the things we kept, the things we don't need to keep, the messages that landed and the ones that moved on by. Taking a moment especially to be grateful today that after all this time, Spirit's Home is officially birthed. Feeling so much gratitude for all those who have made this possible. Victoria, Mark, Anne, my mom, everyone on the journey. Everyone who visioned, everyone who is holding the vision. All those who are here today and all those who will be here in the future, and all those who are feeling the vibe from wherever they are. All we need to do is show up. And so we will, and so we have, and so that's what we do. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. And now I will turn it over to Miss Reverend Anne for the practical stuff.
The practical stuff. So, grateful giving. You are more than welcome to support Spirit's Home. Although we applied for a 501c3, we had no idea it would take so long to get it approved. So if you want to donate, feel free, but it's not tax deductible at this time. So there's that. The plan is to do a service once a month. So we'll do that and send out new links to folks. I'm assuming, Rachel? Nodding?
Yes.
Nodding.
Yes.
Okay. And then podcasts, hopefully once a month as well. So
Or more frequently, if I can get that happening. We will podcast more frequently.
yes. You can contact Rachel or I with any questions or problems. My phone number's in the chat. I can also get my email in there. Yeah, I think that covers it. You can use the Venmo. You can just reach out to Rachel directly, since the donations will be going to her.
And there is a Spirit's Home bank account, so it's not like the money's coming to me. I just want to be clear that I'm being ethical and keeping it all separate. And this slide's going to come back again, so if you don't catch it now, don't worry. And also one last thing, if you're not already on the email list, if you go to my website and you click on the contact tab, you will automatically be added. I do not fill people's mailboxes with crap, I promise. It will just be notifications of these gatherings, of the podcast, and of any news. So with that, in all gratitude, we're going to sing one more song. And this one, while muted, you can sing with me. If you know it, feel free to sing along. And if you don't, there's a little echo opportunity. When I sing Always So Grateful, you can echo Always So Grateful. Muted. Enjoy. And I am truly grateful always so grateful. Always so grateful. Saying thanks and giving thanks. Living a life of gratitude is the way I choose to live. Saying thanks and giving thanks. Living a life of gratitude is the way I choose to live my life, and I am always so grateful. Always so grateful. Look around, so much to say, yes. I'm thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. That's the goal anyway. Look around, so much to say, yes. I'm thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. Definitely not today, none whatsoever. That's why I'm always so grateful. Always so grateful. Last one. Always so grateful. Thank you so much for joining us for our first Spirits Home gathering on Zoom. We will be together the second Sunday of each month, and we look forward to seeing you. We wish you peace and blessings, and thank you so much for this connection. Take good care.